Morning, everybody. Here at the homestead. Got a lot going on. Got a lot done over the last couple days, and got a lot to do over the next couple days. So I'm gonna kind of go over some of it. Trying to get ready for fall. Summer will be over in Missouri here shortly. So at this point, I only had the money to buy the plywood for the back. If you know anything about lumber, plywood is getting ridiculous. So I've got to do it in sections. In the meantime, those tarps were $7. So I just went ahead and hit the sides. And when I get this loaded up, I'm going to put a tarp across the front here. That's just to keep, when the rain's blowing real hard, that's just to keep it from coming in here. The roof is fine, it's done. I built this pallet yesterday. This is what everything's going to sit on. It's nice and sturdy. Made out of 2x6, 2x8 deck boards, all free stuff. I had intended on getting plastic pallets to put stuff on in here so they wouldn't rot. But those are all in Springfield, the only place I know to buy them. And that's 120 miles round trip. I'm not trying to do that while I'm in the middle of all this. So I finally have the tarp off of this trailer, and fortunate for me, there's less on here than I remembered there being. I've got, my toolbox, deep freeze, fridge, wood burning stove, and all the parts that go with it, a couple of kegs that I've had for years. Eventually I'll throw a party with those, and then my work toolbox, which will probably stay on this trailer. That's where I like to store my tools and stuff that I'm not using all the time. And then if I do have a big job where I need to go get a whole load of material and I need to bring all my tools, that's what this setup's supposed to be for. Same with like working in other areas on the property. I can go drop this trailer off, have a dry place to set stuff. And then as you can see, I still got a bunch of material I brought from my house in Springfield that I need to find a place to put, and a bunch of glass. So those are the two biggest bitches that are on this right now. Is I've got to get these pieces of glass off without breaking them or cutting myself. Because if they break while you're carrying them, it is no fun. And then that wood burning stove weighs about 400, 500 pounds. It is not light whatsoever. But I have a dolly right there. So we're going to get all this. First I got to get this brush out of the way. I'm gonna get the truck over here and back this guy up, get it as close as I can, and start unloading. Once the fridge and deep freeze is all sitting right here, then I can run a cord over here and start getting those guys fired up and quit running everything off of propane. I'm pretty excited about that. And then I can actually go for real grocery shopping, where I can buy more than a few days worth of food, because the little mini fridge in the camper is well, you can only fit so much in there, and that's just been, I'm glad to have it, but it's definitely nice to have a full-size fridge. So I'm gonna get after it this morning. I was trying to have all this done yesterday, and then right at like 6:30 in the afternoon, my propane in my little fridge went out, so I didn't make it this far, and I had food in there before I could get done, so I had to go run and do that. But I'll get back to this later. Ripple's helping me out with the brush. Where's it at? Get it. Get them sticks. You tear them up into little sticks. Here, get that one. Here, get that one. Yeah, you're like my mulcher, aren't you? Yeah. You're gonna help me out. Let's get these sticks, boy. Come on. Let's go. He's got some pep in his step today. Alright, so I got the trailer moved back. As you can see, this drive I laid out, this is actually supposed to go over here with the tires on it, is not big enough for this trailer. But that's okay, because the trailer doesn't go here. I just need to get this stuff unloaded And then the trailer is gonna go on, oh, let's see if you can see. It's probably gonna sit somewhere over here near where the Jeep is, over that way. That's a good flat spot, and it's kind of out of the way of everything I do over here. But that was a tight squeeze. Got it in there. Now I'm about 30 foot closer. I'm a little higher off the ground than I'd like to be, but it is what it is. I'll have a pretty steep incline pulling most of this stuff down, but like I said, the only thing that's heavy to me is that wood burning stove and this glass. So the sooner I get that over with, the better. Well, I've hit my first snag of the day. Got the glass off. Oh man, got the glass off without having to go to the hospital, so that's great. That was the only real sketchy part. I was worried about getting off here by myself, but as you can see, this hill is no way I'm getting a dolly down that. So I'm going to pull forward and see if I can get those to sit a little bit more level. And I may have to disconnect the trailer and kind of jack it up as much as I can in the front to try to get that back lower. I'm hoping that'll work. This back usually sits quite a bit lower, so I'm guessing I'm either up on top of a log or something's going on here. But I'm gonna get that part worked out, and then now it's just dolly work, getting all of this stuff off of here and into there. So, oh, you can't see, into there, the shed. Nothing good happens easy. Okay, so what I've done here is, well, as you can see, my truck sits pretty low. So I had to chalk the tires off and just jack this trailer up as high as I can and scoot it up forward. That gave me, man, it is a clusterfuck out here right now. That gave me a much less steep, ramp to go down. Problem being, these are designed for cars, tractors, things of the sort, for the tires to go up it. Not so much for a dolly. So I already had this black mat in there. That's going to help me get up onto it, and then I laid a piece of plywood on top of one ramp, so that'll be wide enough for the dolly. It's supporting me coming up it. So now we just start hooking things up. I'm probably going to do this stove last, because chances are, and I may record that, chances are I'm going to drop that fucking thing. It is probably one of the heaviest things I've ever moved in my life. So usually I have help with that. I don't today. And nobody's gonna drive all the way out here on a Sunday. And I want by the end of this day to have my trailer back. I sanded and painted and put new deck boards in this thing, in probably around December, October actually, October, November, in there. In the cooler months. I had started it in the summer doing the paint, and then I got it put together in the winter. And as soon as I got it put together, man, it got loaded up and drug out here, and it's been covered up ever since. So it's going to be real awesome to have my trailer back. I have been having to borrow trailers and not able to go get things I want to get. So anyway, I'm going to get after it. All right, I'm going to try to get this stove off, and I'm really only recording this part because more than likely it's going to be kind of funny. I don't know if I'm going to make it off of here with it or not. Oh, fuck. God damn. Motherfucker. I don't want to miss that ramp with this. There goes nothing. Bitch trying trying to pull me downhill. Oh. Other than getting that thing in position and leveled and hooked up, I am never moving that heavy son of a bitch again. I've moved with that like 4 times now. Oh man, there it is. I'll get some paving stones or something right here and get it flipped around and eventually pipe it up through the roof. Now, that'll keep me warm. This thing is way oversized for this shed. Sorry, I'm out of breath. That was heavy. It's way oversized for this shed. So even though I've got holes in the top and it's not going to be completely air sealed, on cold days when I want to come work out here, or keeping water thawed, there's a lot of reasons for all this, but I can run that on wood and stay warm out here. All right, that's that. All my goodies are off of the trailer. Wood burning stove will turn sideways. I'm gonna let this deep freeze and refrigerator air out. You know, they've been sitting closed in different humidities for the last 6 months, so they're kind of nasty. Get some bleach and clean them up. Next couple days I'll get them running. Toolbox, and then this, I'm gonna have to do a little bit to kind of level out this toolbox area, but this goes on top, but that thing's about 300 pounds full of ratchets and stuff, so this is still sitting a little wobbly to go putting that much weight on top of it. I'm gonna let things kind of settle. That mat's heavy, that toolbox is heavy. It should start to push down and settle itself in. Next step, as you can see, it is an absolute clusterfuck out here now. So one of the first things I'm gonna do, I know I just got the trailer empty, but I wanna try to get all my material in the same spot. So I've worked through a lot of the super usable stuff in this pile. I'm gonna toss all of this on the trailer along with the material I'm leaving on there. Probably a bunch of my wire that's usable is gonna go on there. I've got some there, I've got it all over the place. These are gonna stay here for now because I'm still using them to build parts of this shed. I got a few more things to do. But mostly, and then a lot of that's gonna get burned or be used to hold tarps down. This is all just leftovers of stuff I've built. Same with this other stuff on the ground. So, and you can see over there, I've got a bunch of 16-foot stuff that I just kind of had to get the truck unloaded so I could go get material. I didn't really mean to take one of my parking spots, but until I'm done building in this area, that'll be fine there. I'm probably gonna take the tarp that was on the trailer that I'm letting dry out for a day or so and use it to cover all my long usable material over here and kind of clear this whole area out. And then, like I said, the trailer along with all this random stuff I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with yet that I don't want to get rid of because, well, like, I don't know, these blocks here, those are great for if you got to jack a truck up, like when I got stuck in the mud. There's useful stuff in here. It's just, it's not readily useful and I can't use any of it for this shed anymore. So this is the last thing I'm building in this area. This is a temporary camper. Once we get done with this completely, the only thing after that is I need to build a dog pen so I can get Ripple a girlfriend. And then once the dog pen's done, it's on to the house. Then I'll start laying out footers and putting posts in and getting my cabin built. That's way on the other side of the property, so there's really no sense in me having stacks of shit over here anymore. I want to create myself some room. I needed it all here when I was building, but we're to the point now. Trailer's empty, gonna load it up, get all this shit out of here, get the trailer dropped off somewhere. I still got to pick a spot for that because I'll probably show you all in a bit. I got a bunch of material over on that side of the property too. I'm trying to get it all consolidated and organized so I know what I got and I know what I can do without spending money. About the only thing I don't have lying around here is plywood, and unfortunately that's the step I'm at, and it's one of the more expensive things there is to buy. So I'll add to this in a bit. All right, I am finally to Birakalak. I've gotten everything squared away, cleaned up. Just to kind of show y'all, I just tucked the trailer over here in this spot I had with no logs or stumps in the way. I cleared this up in the winter, so just to get it out of the way and easy enough to get out of here when I need to move it. That's all the material from that area on there. Ripple's still smelling. There was a bunch of rat nests on there as I pulled everything off. So I got this giant stack of metal the other day, and you know, I was kind of sorting through it, and then all of a sudden I started doing the roof. So I'm still kind of in the middle of that. I wouldn't normally have it this spread out, but a lot of that was in the mud and wet, and it probably will be again before it's all said and done. But that's something left I need to sort through. Big stack of material over there. Small stack of material over here. And then I got all these screens, and that'll come in handy when I build my deck. I can do a screened-in deck. And I'm probably going to hinge those to where when I'm hunting, I can just hinge it up. But in the summer, I won't have bugs everywhere. So this has kind of become the disaster area now. There is shit everywhere. But it's all useful. It's all going to go somewhere. And really, I'm probably going to wait until it cools down to organize this stuff. It sucks to be out here trying to sort through dirty, hot metal when it's 97 degrees or something like that. So, but at this point, the trailer's out of the way. It's not covered with a tarp. It's got a bunch of material that's been sitting out in the weather anyways on it, so I'm not worried about that. And then, like I said, sort through the metal and get this all squared away. Won't be nothing too big. And then I'm gonna pop over here and show you guys what it looks like now that I've cleared everything up. Okay, so just to kind of show you guys what I got done and the reason for it all. There's the shed. Got a lot of stuff in there, letting everything air out. That's gonna allow me to go deer hunting when season comes around. I'll be putting shelves up top to kind of put material and canned goods and also dry goods and shit like that up there. And you know, it seems a little more crammed in here than I thought it was gonna be, but you know, shelves are gonna help that a lot. And there's stuff in here that doesn't necessarily need to be, like that barrel. I really wanted to clear this whole area out. I've just had so much crap piled up right here, and when I'm cooking, I'm tripping over boards, and you know, it makes it hard to keep it weed eated and cleaned up. So, and it kind of limits where you can walk. So we were getting all these little bitty trails, and now you can walk around wherever you want. But yeah, it's a big step in my world today, is getting that trailer unloaded and out of the way and ready to rock. So I appreciate y'all checking it out if you did, and I'll see y'all around. Y'all have a good day.